Emotion. So how did this start? Hit me with it.
And do you think he was talking about me in the beginning? He said, shout to Terrell, shout to the other little dude.
That's you.
He had to be
Yeah, and I was like, I
the
think I
other
got a
little
shout
dude.
out.
You're the only other person that Soulja could have been talking about.
What did
But
you
yeah,
guys
that
say
one
about
little
him,
nigga? I said, bro, and then what's funny is, right, when we went live, I made him admit that I wasn't lying. Because all I said was that, nigga, when you turn the game on, it's some Namco games on there. Nigga, it's some Mario games on there. And he was like, that's the old one. So basically, we talking about me and Soulja Boy. Soulja Boy was my new op for like 24 hours, 48 hours, you feel me? But like, we all good. So basically, last time we was on the news, me, Yuri, who else was it?
Trill.
Me, Yuri, T-Rail, we was talking about the Soulja game. And basically, the Soulja game came out like 2019. It's basically
console.
like the Soulja console is like an emulator at one point in time. It basically was an emulator, like, you know what I'm saying? If y'all know what that is, you do. If you don't, I'm not the best explainer on shit like that, but I kind of know surface level.
We should
you know
say
what I'm saying?
allegedly, because I don't want Soulja Boy to
it was
get more upset.
allegedly a emulator. So I had said that. I'm like, bro, when you get it, it's gonna be Mario on it, X, Y, and Z. So
Yeah.
he didn't-
Which isn't a bad thing. It's like, I want to have the Soulja console just for the novelty factor.
People are definitely
like,
buying it for that reason.
Yeah.
But
like-
anybody who remembers this era when he was coming out with the Soulja Boy system and everything, it was very much like everybody was joking about this online because it seemed so ridiculous that Soulja Boy would be able to create his own video game system. But there were a lot of people behind him as well who were encouraging his entrepreneurship.
I was like, it would be interesting to actually talk to Soulja Boy, like maybe on a podcast in person about these topics, because it's like he's so. I watched a little bit.
I'm trying to get him on here.
And
we was talking about it last night.
he was so angry about like us saying that he can't own a video game company, all that stuff. But like realistically, for two guys who play video games, know about video game culture, you gotta hire developers.
So
you gotta.
much. It's not just wake up and put my face on
You
the
gotta
console.
hire like a crew of 200 people
Facts.
to create
Yeah,
one game.
hundreds and hundreds of people working on a video game for many years.
Exactly.
Is how
Many
one
years.
video game comes to exist quite
Exactly.
often.
And he's doing the Blasey thing, which is not the Blasey thing, but like Blasey does this thing as well, where like you find something and then like you make your alteration of it, and then and then you make your own version of it. Like, I'm not saying Blasey does all that time, but there has been
Shots
a
fired.
couple examples.
I know,
But
right?
I think he's doing the same thing right now, which is like he sees something and he's like, I'm just gonna put my logo on this and sell it.
Well, he
Said
did
Soulja
that
console
then.
from the hood.
This was years ago. Like, I don't know. Is he still pushing a video game system?
No,
or-
yes.
Oh, he has another
He just
one.
told me one's about to
Oh,
come
wow.
out. So
And it has
basically,
AI.
he sees us talking about it, so he goes live the next day, right? So when he go live the next day, he doesn't say nobody name. He really says Adam and No Jumper, right?
Even though I wasn't there.
But then he says your name a lot, right? But then he says yeah, the little dude on the left is cool, and Trail, y'all cool, but that one little nigga, you not tough just cause you punch Kelpie. You not tough just cause you put your hands on some little dude with you. So I'm like, oh shit. Soulja Boy talking about me, nigga. So I thought that was immediately like absolutely hilarious. So I started trolling him. I'm talking shit all day. I post a little animated video story of the Vlad shit where it was an animated story of the shooting in his house.
Yeah.
And then I post how I post the interview of the actual person that he got shot, and then like the contrast of the stories. So he's mad. So like 5 hours later, he goes live.
You trolling.
I'm trolling
It started
hard.
off with video games.
I'm trolling hard. So he goes live like 4 hours later, and all my fans are all in his comments talking about add Almighty Suspect, add Almighty Suspect. You was ranting this morning, but you don't want to add Almighty Suspect. So I'm in there, I'm commenting, I'm dropping a couple laugh emojis or whatever. So then he ignores us for like 10 minutes, but then he just blows up. He blows up. Bitch ass nigga, whoop.
Thank you, Josh.
He blows all the way up, talking crazy, right?
I was watching it before you got on the call with him. He seemed so angry. He said he was gonna punch us, slap us with the rolling loud chain, like a bunch of stuff.
Slap you with
That
it?
thing
I
weighs
was
like 10
He said I
pounds.
was gonna die. Like 10 minutes before I hopped on the call, he said I was gonna die. He said he got 100 shooters in Atlanta. Nigga, he was finna send them. Nigga, so boom, he adds me to the live.
That's a lot of
finally.
flights.
First he says he's not adding me to the live. Bitch ass nigga, you ain't got no Cardi. I'm not adding you to the live. You ain't got no watch. I ain't adding you. So then he adds me. The first thing I do, I put my watch up. He just has a big smile on his face.
As soon as I saw you guys both smiling, and you guys are still talking shit, but you both were smiling, I was like, okay, this is gonna become like a cordial
Well,
thing.
that's that blood love, right?
Relax, bro. I don't know why he be trying to push this narrative, bro.
Oh my
I don't know
god.
what you talking about. You talking about the other
I'm
nigga
just a
who be-
fan.
You talking about the other nigga who be getting shot every week. Not me.
Him?
The other nigga who be getting shot every month is that guy. Me, I'm neutral. You
Okay.
feel me?
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah, I'm
Sorry.
neutral.
My bad.
So, boo. So, right, we get on there. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what's up, son? What's up with my son, Soulja Boy? So then I'm like, what we got beef for, bro? And he like, you said my console is scam. Whoop. I'm like, bro,
Did you say it was a scam?
Yes.
We
But
kinda-
then I said, Soulja Boy. All I said was, bro, like, it's Mario on it. When I turned it on, I said, did I lie? He was like, that was the first game, not this one. You feel me? So technically, I didn't lie. I didn't lie. It was the truth. But he said this one got AI, and he said he gonna send me the Soulja console, and it's no more beef. We went live. We showed our watches, and it was smooth.
I never realized at this
Showed our
moment-
watches.
At this moment, what I need more than anything is a reboot of the original Super Mario Brothers with Soulja Boy as Mario and Almighty as Luigi.
Yo,
or Super Mario World and Almighty's Yoshi.
That's a funny way of saying what I was just about to say, which is that you and Soulja Boy kind of remind me of each other, like a
That's crazy.
That's a
significant
tape
amount.
I need.
That's
in my
crazy.
life.
Like, I'm
I
not
need
saying that you would
tape.
get along,
That's
They'd be
crazy.
best friends.
That's crazy.
but I think you could play him in a movie.
Oh my, yep.
I could play him in it, but don't ever just. I don't be waking up with just cap on my mind. This is crazy.
But hold
Wait,
up,
wait,
hold
that
up
nigga
though.
be capping.
Almighty.
You feel me? I fuck with you, Soulja Boy. You my dog now.
Same,
like
same.
you feel me, nigga? It's AM SOD. It's all love. You feel me? Like we locked in. You know what I'm
Almighty
saying?
though, didn't you? I remember we was on stream the other like a few.
That was
weeks
the first
ago.
album that I had
The
my mom buy.
first album you ever bought.
Was Soulja Boy telling?
And you said that too.
Yeah, I
during
said
the
that.
news
That was
stream,
the
yeah.
first album. My mom asked
here-
me what album I want, and I said go to Walmart and get me Soulja Boy.
Here's
Telling.
like a good comparison.
And
I
you
feel
could
like
do the Superman and all that.
I was all up in.
Yo,
What?
here's
You
a good
crazy.
comparison though to what I believe what we saw with the first Soulja Boy console, what he's doing here, and he's getting angry that we're making this statement. But it's like, okay, for example, if I were to enter the music industry, right, with the experience I have now, and I made a CD with a bunch of beats that are famous beats, and I sold it to you, and I told you these are my beats, fam. Buy them or whatever, like check out my beats, and you're gonna listen to them and go like, yo, dude, these are, this is Nas's beat, this is J. Cole's beat, and I'm gonna be like, no, those are my beats. I put
Look,
them on that
hey.
CD. That's a good example of what he's doing here,
Facts.
where he's like, he's putting other people's property, intellectual property on these devices. Well, someone else did it for him. He's just buying it, reselling
his
it.
argument
and his
was-
argument is like, oh, I'm making it. It's like, no, you're really not. You're
Nah.
just
But
selling
there-
it.
but there's-
Argument was y'all
thousands
bum
of
ass
different-
niggas was talking about PlayStations. Y'all bum ass niggas didn't say nothing when PS5 didn't get everybody a PS5, but when the black man come out with a video game, y'all all on his head.
But
that's
there's
what the
Let me just throw this out there. There's a million people online who are making money, who are running businesses where they basically like are selling items, but in reality, they never have their hands on the items. It's just like their logo gets screen printed onto it or whatever, and then they sell it. It's not like they made the item. They just throw their name on it and then they sell it.
that's
and
his
they,
argument.
And they make some money on top of it. All I'm saying is that the Soulja Boy thing doesn't appear to me to be all that different.
You need developers.
Did he ever say, just to play devil's advocate here, did Soulja Boy, I was going to say
Every time
African
I think
devil,
of it, yeah.
Did he ever say that there was original games on there? Was it ever marketed as anything other than
No,
a console-esque emulator?
He didn't.
don't remember.
He didn't say that,
But
but
he never used the words emulator.
He
If
did
he
not use
would
the
have,
word-
no,
correct.
because if he did, everybody would be like, "Oh, we
yeah,
could just."
yeah. He said game console.
Yeah, he said game console.
But
You
like,
know what I'm saying?
It's like I'm telling you, if you have
gray area.
if you're into like video games even
But,
a
like,
little
what
bit,
games is
and
gonna
you-
be
and you
on
see
there?
and you see the games that were advertised to be on there, and then he says like it has AI, and you're like, how am I gonna play Galactica with AI? It's like it doesn't-
AI on a $200 console is crazy.
It's there's so many little things you could point out that I feel
My
like.
bad, Soulja Boy. I'm just saying it just sound crazy as fuck, bro. I'm not just can't get it.
But I have to say, if I
bro.
have extra $200 to $400 lying around, I'm buying the Soulja Boy console.
And I watched people open
Facts.
up the Soulja. I watched people open it up. I watched people play it. So I wasn't just like speaking out my ass. Like,
Yeah.
nigga, I watched YouTubers unbox your
Well,
console.
It didn't
nigga.
make it look good for Soulja Boy because the YouTubers who were trying to unbox his console were saying that, hey, I placed my order with Soulja Boy, didn't get it, so I ended up going to his manufacturer and bought it from the manufacturer instead.
Without
And
the
that's how they
Soulja
did the
games.
They
review
went to
video.
Alibaba.
So
Yes.
that's how they did the review video of the
They
Soulja Boy
went to
console. It just
Etsy,
didn't have
and they
his
got
logo
it.
on it, but had all the same games and everything else on it.
We need a Soulja Boy console
Man,
for
tell
the office.
Adam,
We have
tell
a Soulja
Adam,
Boy
tell
console.
Soulja Boy to come up here and let's talk about it, bro.
You're the one who
He
just
said it's
joined
good.
SODMG.
You right.
I feel like
I
you
wanted
could.
it live and he said let's do an interview, but you know he loves / hates you, so y'all gotta.
I don't even like remember why he doesn't like us. I think it's just because the Instagram page posted something about him and his domestic assault thing at a certain point or something like that. Which, you know, I mean, I didn't have anything to do with it. The fucking news team posted it. Everybody else posted it. So I don't know why he would be mad at us specifically for reporting on some legal shit that was going on. I feel like we could reconnect with Soulja Boy because he
Me,
tried.
Adam, and Soulja.
I was on vacation. I forget where I was at, but he was trying to get me to go on GTA and have a conversation with him in the GTA world on his server, which I actually was like totally down to do, even though I've never played GTA. But yeah, like if he was open to that, maybe he'd be down to do an interview. But then again, maybe we might have to go to the GTA world to talk to him.
Either way, apologies,
I think
Soulja
he
Boy.
said something
I posted an apology.
at the end about doing an interview. If I'm not mistaken, he said he wanted to.
That'd be lit.
So yeah, come on, Soulja.
The last time,
That'd be major.
our interview with him, the last time he was on the show, I think was like 2018, and it was right before he went on that epic run on the Breakfast Club and Everyday Struggle, where he basically like just dominated the internet.
Gucci headband.
I think that
Oh, yes.
here's a stat. Here's a stat. I think that week or that day, Soulja Boy had the most viewed episode of Everyday Struggle ever. And the most viewed episode of The Breakfast Club ever.
Facts.
Besides maybe the 6ix9ine one on the Breakfast Club channel. But either way, like to basically have like the #1 episode on 2 different major hip hop platforms. Obviously, Everyday Struggle didn't last that long, but that is pretty astonishing. That's remarkable.
Was that On Fruits era, right? Like that was right after the.
No, that was Drake.
Yeah, but I'm saying
It was before
right.
it.
Yeah.
Wasn't it right after the Chris
I'm not
Brown?
sure.
I don't think he was
Who said Big
gangbanging in
Soulja
that.
from
I don't know.
I don't
I think
know.
it might have been after.
But
I'm
it
not
just
sure.
it shows how big of a celebrity he is, you know? And then also like in that video clip, I thought it was interesting how he said like, he's like, I don't have a platform to share my thoughts on stuff. He's like, so when I reply to shit, he's like, this is my only way to get my voice out is to do these live streams where I just talk shit about what, you know, whatever I want to talk shit about. And I thought it was pretty interesting. Like he knows the power of his voice, you know? He's like, he knows he doesn't have a platform, but if he goes on his IG, he posts a
How does
story.
he not have a platform when he has like, you know,
5
millions
million
of followers on
No,
tons
I
of different
know, I know.
social networks?
Well, that is
He
his
just
platform.
doesn't have a podcast.
And
he
he
got a
have a podcast,
platform.
yeah.
But I mean, he Twitch streams, which is like damn near a podcast.
Yes,
and he
yes,
could
yes.
literally call up, you know, if he hit Vlad tomorrow, if he had Act tomorrow, if he hits No Jumper tomorrow, it's like you could go on like essentially any podcast, right? In rap.
Kinda true,
Nobody's
yeah.
saying no to Soulja Boy realistically, right?
He-
Not
Dude, he was-
after that run and make it clap. I'm sure a couple years ago niggas was ignoring him, but after that whole Vlad run and after the whole what was it? What was it where he got into it with the
Chris Brown.
Yeah, no. It was the Drake shit. After the Drake shit and after Make It
Right.
Clap, bro, you can go anywhere, nigga. It's Soulja Boy. He made his comeback.
Who
It's funny. He
else,
made a comeback by saying he made the biggest comeback.
That was viral.
That was the comeback. Like, because there was absolutely no comeback until he said he made a
That's true.
comeback.
He
And
was
then
beefing
that
with
was the
Rico Reckless
comeback.
too, right?
He
At
beats
one
with
point?
everybody.
He
Yeah,
was
a lot
there
of
for a
these.
while there.
It's Soulja Boy,
Him
bro.
doing a podcast would be lit, considering that he already is streaming, and he's been streaming since literally like 2008.
beginning.
Do y'all know what Tiny Chat is?
Yes.
That
Yeah.
fool used to be on Tiny Chat.
That's
Like,
crazy.
He used to come on the Grind Time like Tiny Chat.
Tiny
streams
Cut.
and shit. Like,
Did you guys see that viral clip of him streaming on Twitch, like from like 3-4 years ago, where he's on stream listening to some music and his chat is saying like, "Hey, can you please turn down the music? It's too loud. We can't hear you." And he got mad. He's like, "This is my fucking house. You ain't my dad." He's like, "I could play my music as loud as I want." And he adds the volume even more, presses play, and the fucking speaker was so loud his camera was like vibrating. It's like the funniest fucking clip ever of Soulja Boy getting mad at his chat for saying turn the music down. He's like, "Fuck you. I'm turning it up."
He's a goat. There's no denying it. Anyway,
yeah.
shout out to Soulja Boy. Apparently, he's coming on the podcast soon.